Hello folks, today we are taking a deep dive into Man in the Box by Alice in Chains to reveal some details that you may not already be aware of. Now before we start, there's a fantastic interview over at Warren Huart's channel, Produced Like a Pro, and some of the detail from that video is in here, but I'd recommend you go and watch the full thing over there. It's an absolute treasure trove of interesting stuff about this particular track, so brilliantly insightful. But there's a couple of other things that I noticed while I was redoing the lesson for this as well. So let's dive in with secret number one, the guitar. Now, Jerry quite rightly has been associated mainly with a 1984 G&L Rampage. That's just got a single humbucker in the bridge. I think it was swapped out for a Seymour Duncan JB around the time of this recording. And Jerry uses what he calls Alice in Chains standard tuning, which is all the strings down half a step or like one fret's worth. So in going after the tone for this tune, I've always gone for humbuckers.
That guitar's been on everything I've ever recorded pretty much. 98.9% of every song that you've ever heard, that guitar's on there somewhere.
But in Warren's interview, Dave reveals he recorded the entire tune with a Strat that he made in high school. So let's put the main riff to the test. Humbuckers versus single coils. Now, I know this is a telly and not a Strat, but I'm only using the bridge pickup here, okay? So, single coil main riff. I think for me, it still sounds a little too twangy, because when you hear there's a bit of bite there that I don't hear on the original, but again, it could have been added in the mix, right? Who knows? And that brings me to the guitar tone in the second half of the solo, because it's definitely single coils. It just sounds like it is an overdub, because as one guitar part bends a note up, the other guitar part comes in, so it was definitely two guitar parts recorded separately. So I just figured he just dropped in with probably a telly or a Strat just for that little chunk of the solo. I'm going to use humbucker in the bridge on one guitar and a single coil of another guitar, and we'll compare. Next up, single coils. There's also a bit at the end of the solo as well, which is 3, 4. I mean, even the in-between. Loads brighter, much more brittle sounding, isn't it? So I'm not sure what the conclusion is here, to be honest, because it's likely that he could have tracked one guitar using his G&L and another guitar part using the Strat that he'd built. Who knows? But either way, it's a pretty cool insight, and let me know in the comments what you think. Another nugget of wisdom is the use of the Talkbox in the intro of the song, and that is all down to Dave Jerden. He was listening to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer, which heavily uses that in his car, while he was thinking about a tone for this track, so he suggested that they use a Talkbox. It's apparently the first time Jerry'd ever used one, and it remains in his toolbox today. He even has his own Firefly graphic version, which I've got here. I still haven't used this yet. I really should do a video on Talkboxes soon, eh? This one's a fairly well-known fact now, I think. But for both Facelift and Dirt, Dave used 3 different guitar amps for different frequencies. But he used a different combination on Facelift to what he used on Dirt. So for Facelift, he used a Bogner modded Marshall JCM 800 for bottom end, a Randall 2x12 combo for the middle frequencies, and a Tom Schultz Rockman for the upper frequencies. Another fun fact is that he put Jerry's amp into the staircase when they were recording the solo to give that bit of reverb. Now this one I stumbled across while I was reanalyzing the guitar parts whilst I was redoing a lesson for this. As you probably all know, the chords for this are E, G, D and A. Or are they? When I was listening to the D chord, I thought, I'm hearing something else in there as well. I checked some live footage of Jerry. He's definitely playing a D chord from what I can tell. On the recorded version, I think there's a D7 chord with A in the bass, or at least he's done an overdub and one of the guitars was playing a D7 over the top of his D. So check this comparison out. I've got the isolated guitar track and I'm using Moises to isolate that further. So here's the chorus part. G. So I'll play over the top with the D chord. Now, hear the difference when I play a D7. Let's combine both, see what they sound like. What do you think? D7? Or am I just hearing things? Let's have another listen. That's a D7. Speaking of hidden things, there are more hidden things. There's a whole melodic lead line in there too. Comes in over the first chorus and you'll hear the intro part with the fill, but when it goes into the chorus, check it out. There's a bit in the outro as well, which is really hard to hear. It's really quiet. Check it out. It goes into some crazy slides. So of course I've tabbed all of that out and I've put a lesson over at Patreon. So if you're a super fan and you want to support the channel, then head over there and you can get that. So there we have it. Hope you enjoyed that one. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're feeling extra awesome, maybe subscribe or just smash the like button and that would be much appreciated. See you again soon.